Welcome in to the TITUS Camp television here at TNT Productions, aka the Bat Cave. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, the icon, the showstopper, TITUS Camp director Ray Reynolds. How are you, man?
I'm great. How you doing, Travis?
We just wanted to get on and update our faithful TITUS campers about what we're going to be doing, how we're going to do TITUS Camp virtually online. And we're super excited. Just wanting to touch base and let you know kind of the things and the schedule that's going on and maybe introduce some of our speakers for the week so you can go and get excited. But number one, Ray, what do they need to be doing right now?
They need to register. Guys, you need to get online. Go to www.hcu.edu, or you can find the links at any of our social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, any of those places where you can find information about TITUS Camp. And you need to register immediately. We need to keep track of who's coming and make sure we get your email so we can email you a full notebook of all the speakers, all the times, Zoom meetings, live events, and everything.
Awesome. So that's the first thing you need to do, and you probably could be doing that right now as you listen to the video. You can go ahead on over there and register, and we're going to go ahead and tell you something about the schedule that's coming up, the things that'll be going on, who's going to be speaking. Obviously, we're going to keep the tradition going with manna in the morning at 8:30 a.m. and that will be.
Who's doing those? Who's doing that, Travis? Who's doing the manna in the morning?
I'm not sure. Traditionally, I've done them, but you never know who might show up, unless, of course, that would mean somebody would have to butt me out of the way or knock me out. It'll be me, and that's 8:30, beginning on
Monday through Wednesday.
So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, starting at 8:30 a.m. with manna in the morning. You never know what I might be wearing. Who knows? But I'll be coming to you. And those will be, I guess, live, Facebook Live. Is that how we're going?
Yes, Facebook Live.
Excellent. So I know there's going to be several different ways in which we're going to come to you on TITUS Camp. Some will be there on the Facebook Live from the page. We may be doing some Zoom classes and that thing. So that's another reason why it might be good to register, because we're going to, Ray, I think you mentioned that you would be willing to send the camp book out as well if you register.
Yes.
We get your email address so you can get those.
Yeah, you're going to want to get that schedule, because if you don't get the schedule, you're not going to know what's going on each day, and you're going to miss some really good classes. But the cool thing about it is we're doing both forms this year. We're doing both Facebook Live and the Zoom. So we'll have some Zoom classes where you'll be with a professor or teacher focusing on specifically homiletics. Homiletics is going to be a Zoom class. So you'll have guys will obviously have professors, male professors, and the girls will have female professors. And we have multiple campuses this year too, which has never happened. So there will be kids during the homiletics class, which, by the way, is from 9 to 11 as soon as manna ends, in Owensboro, Kentucky, for instance. Some of the kids will not be watching the online Zoom class. They'll be actually in a classroom. And the same thing in Keller, Texas. Now, Chris Castillo is actually going to be doing the class there. He's going to do his live if anybody wants to watch his class. But there's going to be an actual campus in Keller, Texas, a campus in Owensboro, Kentucky. And we have the Long Island group. Hopefully they're going to have their little campus up there in New York. So we'll have several places where there'll be live on-campus meetings for homiletics class only. And then the other courses and the other chapel and power hour and so forth will be on Facebook Live. But the homiletics classes will be by Zoom. Yeah, we'll have chapel at about 11:30, and then we're going to have everybody a break for an hour for dinner, for lunch. And then we'll come back, and we're going to have 3 hours of classes back to back. And there's going to be between 3 and 4 speakers each class section. So this is really cool. We've never had this many speakers before. And you'll have choice of class for about 45 minutes at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. And all of those teachers are going to be doing Facebook Live, every single one of them. And so we've got right now about 40 teachers. And then we'll take a break for dinner and come back for impromptu speech. which is going to be a blast. It's going to be in a Zoom meeting, and everybody is going to be in the same Zoom. We can have up to, I think they said, how many was it? He said like 300. That's a bunch that Kirk said we could have. So yeah, so we're going to have unlimited almost. I mean, that's anybody can get on and do that Zoom class for impromptu speech. That ought to be fun each night, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then we will end with Power Hour, which will be the evening service that closes us out. And we may even, after Power Hour, open up another Zoom meeting just to have a hangout. We'll call it Titus Hangout until at 9 o'clock. So that's pretty much the way things work. And we're trying to get kicked off by 5 o'clock on Sunday. So the only way you're going to get this information is go to the social media pages and make sure you send us your email so we can email you the updates.
Well, I think that's really awesome and cool that we've got so many different campuses. You know, obviously we would much rather everybody be right here together. But the fact that things that are going on doesn't mean we have to shut it down. And not only that, but we'll involve people from other areas around the country. So I think that's just really neat. Ray, how about some speakers? You want to throw out some names that might pique the interest?
Yeah, absolutely. Now we have our favorites coming back. Of course, we're going to have Chris Moran, and we're going to have Chris Miller, and we're going to have Ben Hayes, and of course, Dr. Kirk Brothers, Travis, myself, and Travis Harmon. We're all going to be participating in some way, whether through class, obviously Creasy doing the manna each morning. But in addition to that, we got Dale Jenkins coming back. We've got Sonny Owens coming back. We've got several of our younger guys that are going to be teaching classes, guys like Caleb Baker and Josh Eldridge and Joshua Mayo. Miles Mayo's teaching. Andy Duncan's teaching. Greg Dial, Dennis Hudgens, a bunch of guys. But we got some new ones. This year, we're going to add Paul Sperlin. How about that? Paul Sperlin's coming do
yeah. Partner right there.
That's right. And for our younger guys, we're going to spend some time talking about the Ministry League and what that means for you as you get ready to launch into ministry. So he'll be teaching a class, and Guyton Montgomery, who's the head of the Southeast Florida School of Biblical Studies, I believe is what it's called. He's going to be one of our speakers talking about authority of Scripture. Who else is on there that I'm leaving off? So many this year.
It's an all-star.
Luke Stevenson. Yeah, Joe Wells. I mean, it's just anybody. I mean, we still got some names out that I can't announce yet that we're hoping to lock down. But a lot of guys, Cody Peary. Oh, here's one for you, Scott Kaiser.
Wow.
He's going to be teaching for us. Yeah, I reached all the way to New Orleans. So I'm telling you. Yeah, that's right. So we've got got a lot of new guys coming in that we're excited to highlight, and using some of our local talent there in Florence as well. So exciting.
So Ray, I'm assuming that if it's a Zoom call, there'll be a password to get in. Is that part of registration that we'll hand out?
Yeah, we will, and we will make sure that each day there will be a morning email to every student so that you'll know here are the classes and you'll need to take. For the Zoom classes, obviously they're going to be working on sermons from Sermon on the Mount. Our series is Illuminate, talking about being the light of the world. And you'll have the Zoom classes, homiletics classes to participate in, and you'll need to know that exact password and who's doing it. I know Autumn Richardson's teaching one of the girls' classes, and Dr. Kirk Brothers is going to be teaching the homiletics class. We have a couple other options as well. We're still working on the professors for those because I have some guys that I may be using in another class. But yeah, so that every day you'll need a Zoom password to get into those meetings, and they will be fairly large probably. But we want to encourage the kids to work on their lessons through the week, and then maybe on Sunday, if they're back in session, they can do with their congregation, they can do their lesson at their home church. And if not, we're going to encourage them to post it on their own personal Facebook pages, and we will then share them on the Titus Camp page. So we'll have a chance to see all these great messages from these kids, because I know they're going to put in a lot of hard work. And since we're doing Illuminate and the kids know that, and we're doing sermons from the Sermon on the Mount, you can go ahead and get started working on some material and get ready for those classes.
Well, I know that I'm excited. it's good to be able, unfortunately, the circumstances they are, but we still are able because of the internet and, of course, our great college, Heritage Christian University, allowing us to still use their website and to promote. And obviously, we're thankful for them and Dr. Brothers and, of course, Travis Harmon and all those who've kind of bolstered our efforts. So, we're excited. What are the dates there again, Ray?
July 12th through the 15th. It'll be Sunday through Wednesday night.
So go ahead and make your plans. Like I said, as soon as you get time, make sure you go on and register so you get all this wonderful information. We'll get it in your hands. We'll get you those passwords, and we'll be able to have a great time together as best we can via the blessing of the internet. Ray, is there anything else you want to throw out there?
Just that we want to keep, be very excited about getting together and keep the fire going. And we want to be sure and encourage people. This is also an opportunity to bring in new kids. You say, well, I've got some kids in my youth group that they're not really, excited about going and putting together a lesson. They don't know what Titus is about. Hey, here's a chance to really get them introduced. And some churches might want to actually meet at their building and watch them. That's what Owensboro is going to do. They're going to actually have kids at their building and watch things on the screen. So encourage your friends to be a part of it. And we also don't want to put off any of the younger kids. So if we do have kids that are 10, 11, and 12, they haven't been able to go to Titus Camp because they obviously couldn't register. So we're going to kind of, even though it's teens in training for useful service, we're going to allow some of the younger kids to register as well. So if you got a 10, 11, and 12-year-old, they want to be a part of these classes. And parents too. Y'all can sit in and watch these as well with your kids. Our goal is to have the biggest group in this year that ever, and we'll make sure and keep pushing next year. We're going to go with the same theme we had planned, Stranger Things, which was going to be awesome. We've moved it to next year, and so that's what we get for releasing the forms on Friday the 13th, and and everything else with the COVID stuff. So, but we've changed it to Illuminate, focusing on the Sermon on the Mount. It should be great. And we want to keep that energy going and excitement, just like we would do if we were on campus. And there's no need to worry about missing everybody, because we're going to be in those Zoom meetings and we're going to be a part of these sessions and we're going to enjoy fellowship together. It's going to be almost like you're at camp. Hey, if you want to go get a sleeping bag and sleep in your den and, turn on your TV there, get up, put a collared shirt on and khakis and watch Man in the Morning, I want to see some photos of that. I want to see you sitting down with your notebook and your Bible in front of your television screen, just like you're right here. Get your coat meal, and sit down and have your have your glass of coat meal and your Sarnola and start your day.
Yeah, I think that you can go ahead and do that. Obviously, you can go ahead and start studying, reading Matthew 5, 6, and 7 in preparation for our topic. We're just so excited. I'm excited for this great opportunity, and I think you're absolutely right, Ray. This is a great chance to not only give other kids a chance to see Titus Camp, but other churches. There's always, you've got churches in your area that may not participate. This is a great opportunity to share this video, this information, share it all over your social media so that they spread the word. We never know, next year we may have people fighting left and right to get on campus, and that would be a great problem to have. But Ray, I appreciate you spending some time with us. I'm excited to hopefully be in person myself there and get to see you and hang out. And y'all, like I said, share this, post things, read Matthew 5, 6, and 7. Find some texts that you really like, send them to us, post that to your social media to encourage others and maybe inspire others to study right along with us from the Sermon on the Mount. Ray, you got anything else?
That's all I got. Looking forward to being with everybody July 12th through the 15th.